Hey friends, welcome to the Friday Drive. Just a heads up, we've added quite a few new names and emails to this Friday Drive. This is now going to become the Five Capitals Friday Drive, okay? And so you're going to be hearing not just from me, but from other coaches at Five Capitals as we go through this framework. In the Friday Drive, we basically talk about three things. We give you a tip or a tool or a framework to use in your business, within your team, whatever that is. We also give you a little bit of information on what's going on at Five Capitals. And then lastly, we provide you with a third-party resource that you can tap into and learn a little bit about the same topic. So that's what we do. And I usually keep these under 3.5, 4 minutes. I always said 3, but I tend to talk a little longer. So anyway, let's talk about the first thing. The first thing is the framework that we want you to use. It's a really interesting and really valuable tool. A lot of people don't like conflict. Okay, they struggle with conflict. They lose sleep over the fact they have to have a tough conversation with somebody the next day or that week, right? A lot of times we don't address things that we have to say to people because it's just too hard. We don't want to hurt them. We're afraid of how they're going to react, whatever. There's a lot of that. Last week we talked about how to receive feedback. This week it's about how to give it, okay? There's a very powerful tool. It's very simple. It's just the phrase, help me understand, okay? And so when we're going to give feedback to somebody, this takes a lot of the anxiety and the fear away from it. If you go in curious and not judgmental, okay? If you walk in and you go, listen, John, the other day in that meeting, you said something that seemed a little off. It seemed like it came from a place of, maybe that wasn't good, or maybe there's something you're hanging on to. I don't know. But help me understand where that came from, because it doesn't feel like you. And listen, man, I'm for you. I'm for you, but I want to make sure that everything's okay. And if there's something that I have done that has, caused you to kind of think that way or say those things, let me know that too, because I'm wide open to whatever that is. Because I don't want to harbor this. I don't want to hold on to this. And I certainly don't want to have any ill will feelings towards you or anything like that. So let's work through this, man. Help me understand, because, this is all going to turn out better if we kind of work through it together. There's something very disarming about that. There's something, if somebody came to you and said, hey, giving you the benefit of the doubt, help me understand, and if there's a piece that I need to own, let me have it, right? It's really, really powerful when you do that. It takes a very, very steady course, and it allows the maturity to come out in the conversation, and we can have something really healthy. And we worry about these conversations because we feel like we're going to be met, it's going to be defensive, or we're going to hurt somebody and we don't want to hurt them by what we say, or maybe we're scared of how they're going to react and those kind of things. This kind of eliminates all that, because you're going in saying, help me understand, okay? So I'm going to ask you guys to practice that this week. This is another valuable tool that you can use for everything that you do within your organization. And if everybody practices that, it actually helps the entire organization, okay? Secondly, what's going on at Five Capitals? Well, this is going on at Five Capitals, all right? So like I said, this has just been a video that I've been doing for my individual personal clients, but now we're opening it up to clients at Five Capitals. And again, you're going to be seeing a lot of different coaches who might be coming in from time to time, filling in for me to do these kind of things, but it'll always be the same framework, okay? And so if you guys don't mind, if you would share and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and that'll give us a chance to kind of build that up a little bit, and then hopefully expand it to people that as well. And feel free to pass these things along to other folks if you don't mind doing that. Zero pressure, but we would love it. It would mean a lot to us if you did. And then lastly, I'm providing a third-party resource, which I always do. And this week is the podcast. It's a podcast from Donald Miller's Business Made Simple podcast. And always, guys, dig into these, because you can find some really rich insight in here. But it's interviewing a guy named Henry Cloud. Okay, Henry Cloud is a clinical psychologist. He's now an organizational psychologist, and he's written a book on trust. And as you guys know, I'm a real big fan of trust in cultures and things like that. So we want to make sure that you guys really understand how to build trust in an organization. That also helps with this conflict resolution piece that we're talking about, okay? So take a look at the podcast. Let me know what you think. Again, if you don't mind subscribing to this and sending it out to people that if you think it would be valuable for them. And we look forward to serving you guys as your coaches for a long time, and adding this kind of value as we go. So thanks for listening, and we'll see you on the next Friday Drive.